Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. This program is suitable for general viewing.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is another blessed Friday given to us, the 30th of August 2024. A very good morning to you and welcome to Horizon TV. Today we have so much lined up for you. Remember, this is the Muslim Insight, a show that brings to you weekly news update as well as impactful conversation. And today our topic of discussion is all about navigating the landscape of Islamic finance. But before all this, let's get the headlines to our story.
Wakati wa mwisho wakati trend tuliambiwa mjue ni kuchaguliwa hapa. Either utapata ama ukose.
Empowering individuals. Zakat Kenya distributes 3.25 million Kenyan shillings to 26 beneficiaries to support their entrepreneurial endeavors.
The kingdom has taken extreme measures to do their level best to try and really protect the welfare of external workers.
Bilateral relations. Kenya's ambassador to Saudi Arabia pledges to partner with Jamia, enhancing bilateral relations.
We are looking also to sign the memorandum in education.
Education diplomacy. More than 500 Kenyans graduate from the University of Medina as the government looks to sign memorandum of education with Saudi. Thank you so much for staying here with us at Horizon TV. My name is Zamzam Ahmed and my sign language interpreter is Abdul Wahab Ali. Now on to our top stories is that the Kenyan Embassy in Saudi Arabia has reaffirmed its commitment to enhancing bilateral relations with Jamia Mosque Nairobi, focusing on the key areas such as the annual Hajj pilgrimage. During recent visit, Kenyan Ambassador Mohammed assured the public that ongoing consultations with Kenyan Muslim leaders are in place to address any challenges faced by pilgrims. The discussions underscored the embassy's proactive approach to ensuring a smooth and beneficial Hajj process for all Kenyan Muslims. Mustafa Kasim with more report.
Our concern always is when people, especially when they go for Hajj, is when we get a lot of complaints. In fact, this year also, we thought things have improved. I think with you being there, I'm sure things will improve.
We need to have dialogue. We need to have an open discussion. And this is what will bring love and nourishment and improvement to the institution of Hajj. So I think we need to have an open conversation. I mean, I don't know the politics, and I'm sorry if I'm overstepping, Mutani correct. But in my view, this institution is a very important institution, and I think you need to have a voice when it comes to Hajj.
In a media appearance, Ambassador Wange also addressed concerns about the mistreatment of Kenyan domestic workers in Saudi Arabia.
I think most of the issues have been misreported. Okay. We do have cases, some extreme, some not so extreme, but not all of them are true. So I have to be very clear. And in Islam, we pride ourselves with kullil hakala kazamuno. You have to say it, even if it's bitter. So most of the cases that are reported on social media are over-exaggerated. All right. The kingdom has taken extreme measures to do their level best to try and really protect the welfare of external workers. Our brothers and sisters in Saudi need to understand how we live in Kenya and vice versa. So once the fundamentals are clear, then it becomes easier to build on that. So we've had various dialogues with them. Some of the issues that have been very vocal or vibrant, we've managed to have a dialogue with them, and the kingdom has been very, very helpful in terms of sorting this out.
He dismissed these claims, emphasizing the Saudi government has implemented measures to safeguard the safety and well-being of Kenyan workers in the Middle East.
Once we've been given contracts, we have to honor them fully. Our brothers and sisters get to the Kingdom of Saudi, okay? They vacate their contracts. They become vulnerable. They start doing things that are illegal in the kingdom. Then they lose their legitimacy, whereby even as an embassy we are unable to even trace them sometimes.
So basically the contract is breached.
The contracts are breached massively. People get to the kingdom and just flee their contract. And that's the truth, because I've been there for 6 months, and I've seen some of these things. People get to the airport and they leave. They actually call them Kemboys. They get there, then they run away from their contract.
Additionally, the ambassador highlighted the embassy's commitment to addressing issues of deportation and other concerns, ensuring the protection of Kenyan workers' rights.
We've started these discussions in Riyadh and in Jeddah in the Kingdom of Saudi, where we are sitting down with the umbrella body of the recruitment agencies and telling them what our cultures are, because we can't go knocking on each and every Saudi's door. But we are doing our advocacy through the private recruiters based in Saudi Arabia. We're telling them, listen, we don't. This is who we are. This is our DNA as Kenyans, and we need to find a middle ground, because, as I said, it's a give and take. You're paying me a salary because I'm a housekeeper, but I'm also taking care of the children, making sure that the house is in shape. Employment has to have a level of intimacy, in the sense that you need to understand who you're dealing with, that in as much as he or she is your employee, that he or she is human as well.
Ambassador Ruange's visit to Jamia Mosque, Nairobi, also aimed to strengthen ties with the mosque, which plays a crucial role in meeting the spiritual needs of Muslims in Kenya. The visit comes just a week after the Secretary General of the World Muslim League, Muhammad Abdul Karim Al-Isa, from Saudi Arabia, who visited Jamia Mosque, pledging a close collaboration with the mosque to enhance the welfare of Muslims. Kasim Mustafa for the Muslim Insight.
Quite a conversation with Kenya's embassy to Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much, Kasim Mustafa, for that report. Now moving on to other stories. Zakat Kenya marked a significant milestone. Its mission to alleviate poverty by distributing 3.25 million Kenya shillings to 26 beneficiaries during an event held at the Jamia Mosque Multipurpose Hall. The event focused on empowering providing them with the necessary resources to start or expand their businesses with the aim of achieving financial independence. Our reporter Yusuf Okeke managed to attend the event, and here's the full report.
In an interview with the Muslim Insight, Sheikh Abdul Shakur Muhammad, the vice chairperson of Zakat Kenya, said Zakat has been the only organization in the country solely dedicated to the collection and distribution of Zakat, with a vision to eradicate poverty and promote social justice.
This distribution is very important to the Ummah in general, because number one, it is trying to help elevate some of the family members who are in need, who are suffering, and now they are going to get, inshallah, a good amount of money to start their business. The amount that we are distributing for each family is 125,000.
The distribution of Zakat ul-Mal, a fundamental aspect of Islamic charity, a Saturday's event further demonstrated Zakat's Kenya commitment to making a tangible impact on the lives of those in need.
Last year we distributed a totaling amount of 7 million. It was double this. We had almost 56 beneficiaries. Now this year we are doing 26 beneficiaries because, as you know, the economy of the world is contrasting, and majority of the businessmen, they they are not getting profit in their business, so they are not paying their zakah, and that is why we have a deficit in distribution. Actually, we had 269 cases, but we were only able to fund and support 26 families.
The beneficiaries, who had undergone a 2-week training program focused on the entrepreneurship, Islamic business ethics, and counseling, were prepared not only to receive financial assistance, but also to build sustainable businesses that will contribute positively to their communities.
I'm very happy today because I'm sure this money is going to improve my economic situation. I'm going to set up a business as per my plan, as I presented to Sakati Kenya. This money is going to improve my economic situation because I have a family, I have children who are in college, there are those who are in secondary school.
Zakat Kenya's initiative undergoes the power of collective efforts in the fight against poverty. By providing both financial support and essential training, the organization ensures that assistance given is not merely temporary, but a stepping stone towards long-term economic empowerment.
Alhamdulillah, wallahi. Waka nasikia machozi yataka kutoka, alhamdulillah. Juli nilikuwa na wasiwasi, nilikuwa nashtuka. Mimi ndapata hiyo pesa, ndapataje hiyo pesa? Kwanza wakati wa mwisho wakati trend tuliambiwa, mjue ni kuchaguliwa hapa. Either utapata ama ukose. Sasa wallahi nilikuwa naamka tahajjud, naamka kiamlei na swali, natia bidii naomba Mungu, naambia Rabbi, nimeenda training, nimeacha watoto nyuma. Rabbi muona bidii yangu, sijaichelewa kwa class. Sijawahi kosa kwa class, ya Rabbi nifanyie pesi.
The funds distributed during this event will enable beneficiaries to uplift themselves and their communities, embodying Zakat Kenya's mission of fostering individual and community growth through sustainable development projects.
Zakat Kenya, since its inception in 2017, we were able to help and reach 154 families that were successfully given zakah. So it is, I think, 7 years now with 154 families that we have already helped.
Reporting for the Muslim Insight, my name is Yusuf Okeke.
Thank you so much, Yusuf Okeke, for that beautiful report. Now today we are going to have a different segment, or rather a different way of doing our today's session. We're going to switch gears a little bit so that we can engage with our guests, who are Hamed Hassan and Swale Osore from KCB Sahel Bank. They are here already, and we're going to have a discussion. They're going to dive into matters of this and more after a short break. Stay tuned.
HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation.
Kiumbe dhaifu lakini jasiri,
alitunukiwa sura nzima,
sura inayompa daraja yake inavyostahiki. Sharti ajigambe, naam, na pepo yupo chini ya nyayo zake. Mpamba nyumba na nyoyo za wapendwa wake,
anayebeba majukumu yake pasina kupinga.
Mtazamaji, je, unamfahamu anayezungumziwa?
Bila kusahau hadhi yake na haki zake.
Ungana nami Rahma Swale na Sheikh Juma Amir,
tukuelimishe na kukupa mwelekeo katika maisha ya ndoa
kwenye kipindi Dira ya Mwanamke, kila Jumapili saa 2 usiku majira ya Afrika Mashariki ndani ya Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Thank you so much for staying here with us at Horizon TV, and also welcome back. This is a conversation we are going to have with our guests who are already here to discuss matters of Islamic finance, matters that concerns you, matters that really matter to you. And our guests are Hamid Hassan, the head of KCB Sahel Bank. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We also have Swale Osore from KCB Sahel Bank as well, the Sharia manager. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, that is really amazing. Today is Friday. I can see you are all in your Friday attires, ready for Jum'ah prayer, right?
Yes.
MashaAllah, that is really amazing. Glad to have you here at Horizon TV. We're going to have a discussion, a very impactful discussion that will really educate our viewers back at home or wherever they are watching on matters of Islamic finance. And our topic of discussion is navigating the landscape of Islamic finance. But before we dig deep into what we are going to discuss here, there is a comment that I came across on Facebook from a guy who says, don't mislead Muslim on Islamic banking, which non-existing on earth, no Sharia banking on earth. Could you, like, as the head of, could you, like, do you have anything to say about that? What is Islamic finance, or rather Islamic banking?
Thank you. I think I will start by, I think those are his views, I will say, but the truth of the matter is that Islamic finance exists, and worldwide we have a lot of adoption of Islamic finance. Basically, it is banking or doing financial transactions that conform to Sharia. So there are a few prohibitions that Sharia doesn't allow, and that those businesses that are permissible or halal in business. And of course, we know that Islam prohibits riba in all its forms. So in Islamic finance, we do transactions that follow that principle or prohibition of riba. We also prohibit speculation, there is gharar. We also prohibit non-permissible transactions in terms of alcohol, tobacco, gambling, all that. So actually it exists, and probably by the end of this session we'll have made the viewer understand that it exists. Thank you.
Just a bit, could you like tell us, you are all from KCB Sahel Bank.
Yes.
Could you give us a little background of KCB Sahel, what it does and everything?
Thank you very much, Zamzam, and thank you very much, of course, Horizon TV for giving us this opportunity. And of course, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have granted the gift of life to be able to present to our viewers.
Alhamdulillah.
And of course, at KCB Sahel Bank started way back 2006, though the growth wasn't good because of one reason or the other. But it again revamped back into the market, and in 2014, they started working on the products and services to be offered, until 2015 when it was officially launched. So I think I can say we are maybe 9 years old from the official launch in 2015. And it has really come out to offer these products and services to the customers, because KCB Bank cuts across the whole country and even across borders. And it envisaged to be the largest bank in East and Central Africa. And therefore, it has really grown from very few customers to over 130-something customers right now. And we're even having a good number of asset book, about 20 billion. And the introduction has been very interesting because the numbers have grown exponentially, right from the onset up to right now. And we have quite a number of customers who have come in to benefit from our array of products that we offer at the bank. So the journey has been very supportive, especially from the Sharia Advisory Council and also from the bank management, right away from the board of the directors and to the strategic leaders in the bank. So I think the support has been immense, and we are growing day in, day out.
Mashallah, that is really amazing. You're talking about cutting across all the countries, at the KCB Sahel. Like branches in which counties, especially?
Oh, basically, KCB has branches in every county. We boast to be having the largest network of branches, 207 in country. So our Sahel products are available in all the 207 branches in the whole country.
Oh, mashallah, that is really amazing. For example, we have maybe a Mama Mboga who wants to add stock to his business, to her business, sorry. This is a person who would want to get loans, who would want, she doesn't have money but wants to add her stock. How does KCB Sahel Banking differentiate from other banking service? Maybe if this person was advised to take KCB Sahel.
Okay. One is that, the basic aspect of Islamic finance is that we cannot sell money. So we don't give loans. We actually finance. When we don't sell money, money is not used as a commodity in Islamic finance. So for Mama Mbogas and any business person, what we do with our customers, we partner with them. We take a stake as an equity into their business. And we become partners. So therefore, we have an element of profit sharing. So for Mama Mboga, of course, when he takes money from the bank and is financed by the bank, eventually she's looking for making returns from her businesses, okay? And if it were, assuming there is no bank here, it is you, Zamzam, who is doing business with this Mama Mboga, what will you do? You will share the money with her, so you raise capital together. She does the business. At the end of it, you share the profit from the business. So that's how we approach our businesses. Okay.
We are talking about Sharia principles.
Yes.
Maybe what are these Sharia principles?
Principles are quite a number. We might not be able to exhaust all of them in this session.
Okay.
But the major one that actually Islamic banks do, and even at KCB Sahel Bank, is actually the provision of interest, as my brother had alluded earlier on. And interest comes in when you lend money on money, and we strive to use Sharia-compliant instruments to finance our customers. Basically, like the buy and sell. We are able to purchase stock for our customers and then sell to them at a markup. And that's now trade, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited riba or interest and permitted trade. So therefore, we're able to purchase commodities or the stock that the customer requires and be able to sell to the customer at a profit margin. Therefore, we would have avoided the interest that is actually prohibited from a Sharia perspective. And also, we have what we are doing in financing, we talk about it being asset-backed, in that we are not going just to give money, but we're going to discuss about a proposal that a customer has for working capital in his particular venture. Or even a salaried person coming in for check-off or non-check-off, we are able to purchase the assets and be able to sell to them at a markup. Or we're able to partner in the business, and then we're able to share the profits at the end of the day. And even those who come in for asset financing, motor vehicles, or even a mortgage to own homes, we're able to finance, to partner with our customers on a Sharia-compliant contract referred to as the Dimension Sharaka, whereby we are able to partner with the customer to get the asset, be it a motor vehicle or a house. Then the customer is able to pay to the bank the rentals, and then at the end of the day, they're able to own the asset. And also, we do the ethical banking. We don't finance impermissible products, as he alluded earlier on. This is also a principle that we follow, so that we are not able to go beyond the Sharia boundaries.
Okay. Mashallah, I'll come back to the Sharia thing. But as the head of KCB Sahel, 9 years of age of KCB Sahel, maybe what is Sahel? For better understanding of our viewers.
I think Sahel basically means banking with ease. So we've eased the banking for our customers. And you see, Sahel is basically a bank is an Islamic bank within a conventional bank. So previously, customers within the Islamic faith did not, because of the prohibitions of interest and all that, did not get services in the bank because of their faith. Now we provided for them a solution that conforms to the faith. So that's what Sahel provides. So we have products across all the bank products. We have liability, we have accounts, We do working capital for our customers. We do asset finance. We have Islamic mortgages. We have the LCs for the traders and all that. So basically, we came in to provide Sharia-compliant solutions to our customers who, prior to this, were forced to get conventional products, which is against their faith. Yeah. So far, we have gotten a lot of support, as he mentioned, because we talk about a customer base of around 130,000. We are the biggest we have the biggest customer base for Islamic banks in this country. Something we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our customers, for that. We have talking about deposit from customers of close to 22 billion. Customers have entrusted us to give us Islamic deposit worth 22 billion. And we have also supported our customers in their financing needs to a tune of 20 billion. Now we have given them 20 billion to be able to do with their businesses. So Sahal is basically a segment that has supported Muslim customers, because we do not have an excuse before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter, because we have solutions now that are, we do businesses that, because the prohibition of interest is both on investing in it and getting interest. If you invest in solutions or even in banks that will give you interest, you do not have an excuse before Allah. Again, when you get money that you pay interest to, because the giver, the taker, the one who records, the one who witnesses are all guilty in the eyes of Allah. So this is a solution that is actually part of da'wah, I will say, in terms of removing Muslims from interest, which is prohibited by Allah.
Okay. Coming to you, you are the Sharia manager of KCB Sahal. We've talked about Sharia principles. How does KCB Sahal Sharia compliance with the Sharia principles?
Thank you very much for that question. Realize that for an institution to claim that it's Sharia compliant, it must have on board a Sharia Advisory Council. The Sharia Advisory Council has a pivotal role to ensure that all the products and services that are being issued or that are being served to the customers at KCB Sahel Bank are Sharia compliant. And we have a committee of eminent scholars, 5 of them being chaired by Sheikh Ibrahim Lethome, and even the Deputy Chief Qadi Sheikh Hassan Omar is also one of the members, and even Professor Hassan Nandwa and Dr. Abdulatif Osman, who was formerly lecturer at Nairobi University, and even Dr. Ahmed Adam Mwamburi, who is also a lecturer at Umma University. So these 5 scholars actually, they come into, before a product is rolled out to the customers to be able to consume, or a service is offered to the customers to be able to consume, that service is actually vetted and approved by the Sharia Advisory Council. The Sharia Advisory Council will advise on the Sharia matters that affect this particular product and how they can be encompassed in when you are packing that particular product before you serve it to the customers. So before you say that you're Sharia compliant, the board has to be on board. And even we do also adopt the internationally standards that are found in the Accounting and Auditing Organization of Islamic Financial Institutions. It's called AOFI. For anybody who does Islamic finance knows this particular organization that comes up with the Sharia standards that actually guide Islamic financial institutions to be able to abide by those rules and regulations to be able to meet Sharia compliance level.
Okay. Yep. Probably this person would want to know about how you guys are ensuring that you are Sharia compliant with the Sharia principles. Maybe what's the role of Sharia Advisory Board? You've talked about adopting. How would you ensure that this person gets to know that this bank is Sharia compliant to the Sharia principles?
Number one, of course, so we do have engagements with customers. And even when you look at our documents that we normally give to our customers, they have got the writings and the terms and conditions that actually adhere to the Sharia principles. And also, when we're engaging customers, we're able to tell them that these particular products have been approved by the Sharia Advisory Council. Look at it from this way, even the Sharia Advisory Council, not being employees of the bank, and they have the interest of Sharia at heart, we also have an internally now a Sharia unit that actually oversees to ensure that what the Sharia Advisory Council advised that on that particular product is being implemented by the financial institution, so that we are not able to veer off the rules that have been guided from a Sharia perspective. And also, they also supervise through doing of the the reviews and the audits that are actually done across our products and services once they have been issued to the customer. So we take this comfort that ultimately we have the council at the top, and we also have the Sharia internal manager to oversee that the products are they're following the Sharia principles, and also we have a supporting environment from the leadership that is able to steer the Sharia principles ahead.
Okay, with so many critics, you might find that the role you guys are having, especially you as the Sharia manager, there are so many critics you'll get, right?
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
how did you come about, or rather how did you like become the Sharia? How did you want to be the Sharia manager? Because educating people about the Sharia compliance with the Sharia principles, you find that you have so many hard-headed people, the customers.
Yes, maybe the term hard-headed could be tough, but yes, it could be true because you realize that at times like the customer who was just forwarded on your Facebook that you saw, that we're saying that there's no Islamic banking in the world. But again, you see, it's only called Islamic banking because in the Kenyan regulatory framework, we have to fit it into a bank. So we call it a bank. But it doesn't mean that necessarily the transactions that we do at personal level do not conform to Sharia. So you find that actually what we do at personal level has only been put into an institution called a bank. Because daily we buy and sell, outside there we buy and sell. Now this time around we have just put this buying and selling into an institution. That you can come into an institution, the institution can buy and sell to you. But practically what we do outside there, we do buying and selling. And even lending, look at, you can lend your friend money on interest. Doesn't mean that you are a bank. So
how do you cope as a Sharia manager?
Actually, we take some time to explain to them, of course, by quoting the teachings from the Holy Quran, and even that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has permitted business and prohibited riba. And we also talk to them about the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that has actually taught us not to be able to partake in riba transactions. And these particular customers, we actually take them through our products before they're able to take financing. And that's what I've always told our customers, that kindly, before you come to seek for the financing, kindly be educated or know what you're doing, so that you don't come at the end of the day and say that I did not know. Because we have customers who have come here and they say they want, no, I thought I was coming for Qard Hassan. I thought I was coming for free money at the bank. I tell him, no, the bank is here for business. Therefore, we are able to buy and then put our markup, or we're able to partner and then be able to share the profit. So actually, it's not an easy task, but we are doing our best. And we have those ones, of course, who convert at the end of the day, who agree that the model is there and the model is working. And of course, we'll have those ones who will not agree with the model, because these are matters of jurisprudence, and the people are bound to have different views at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, the majority will be able to adhere to the principles of the Quran and the Sunnah.
Just allow me maybe to add one thing to it. I think the challenge we have from customers is when they hear about Islamic banking, the thought that comes to their mind is this is charity.
Yeah, exactly. It's free.
It's free. So when they hear that Islamic banking does not earn interest, then they think definitely this is free. We give you 1 million, or we give you 10 million, go and do your business, get 6 million on top of your 60 million, you remain with your 6 million, give us our 10. I don't know how that will be then, because we are partners, we are co-investors, we are equity providers, and we are in business, as I rightly put. This money that we are giving to Zamzam to do business is money that was given to us by Abdul Rahman, for example. And Abdul Rahman also, as an investor in the bank, also expects us, when we invest, we share profit with him. So if we give Zamzam for free, then it becomes a challenge. The other aspect is that most people have come to look for Islamic products using they want Islamic solutions using a conventional product. So you want to get an Islamic product, but when things don't work, then you come and say, okay, I thought this was free. That's the problem. And the same guys walk into conventional banks, pick money there, and they pay with interest. And that does not disturb them. For me, it's something that we honestly, as stakeholders, need to do a lot of awareness and educating the general public, because they know banks are in business and we are not doing charity as well.
Talking about the products, maybe what are the products and services that the KCB Islamic customers will benefit from KCB Sahel?
Oh, the clients. Okay, sure, thanks. What we try to do is to ensure that we provide solutions for our customers in the different needs. For any bank, the role of a bank is to be able to provide solutions to their customers. So we have several categories of products. So we have accounts. On the accounts, we normally have transactional accounts, we have savings accounts, and we also have okay, we have transaction accounts, which could be for all categories. We have an account for kids. We have the cab accounts. We have accounts for, we call it Jezis. We call it Bankika. So taka kubankika. So then we have for business people. We have the current account for business people. The people who have excess money, we also give them a chance to save with us. Then they also have to investment accounds under the Mudaraba accounts. We have Wakala, where they can be able to save with us with the expectation that we do business, then as expertise in doing share corporate business, then we share profits with them at a profit with them. So on the other side, we also have financing, where the conventional guys call loans. We have financing, because if you bank with me, you are in business, you expect to expand your business, you expect to have a working capital. So we have, we finance working capital. People want to drive, we finance assets to them, that's vehicles. Also, we need a shelter for ourselves, so we also give Islamic or Sharia compliant mortgages. Even the affordable housing program, we also have such options.
I'd like to cut you short on that.
Yes,
You've talked about the accounts.
Yes.
Different accounts. These are the general, or rather the usual. You have the kids, you have the bankika, you have the business.
Yes.
You've talked about, is it Mukarraba you've talked about?
Mudaraba.
Mudaraba.
Yes.
Like, could you like explain to us?
Maybe if you look at the aspects of the customers who come in for the account opening, of course, a customer comes in either on current account basis. He simply wants to have an account for business. He also wants checks. He wants to do business, depositing and withdrawing all the time, and also paying people, paying salary, that kind of stuff. Then we have quite a number of entrepreneur accounts. We have the Mapato current accounts. They come in different names. And then we also have the accounts for the salaried, like the GNU account. People come in who are salaried, that they would like their salaries to pass in that particular account. But now on the other aspect also, these people bring in their monies, those ones who come in to save on the Simba savings or the CAB account savings. They also expect to get a return at the end of the period, maybe annually or biannually. And then this one they bring in from a Sharia compliant contract, like he has put in, like the Wakala deposit. Then these deposits are taken in by the bank, and the bank invests this money, of course, through financing. Those ones who come in, like the one they check off, or the non-check off people who come in, or the business people who come in. So once we are able to finance them at a markup, of course, as we have alluded earlier on, then we're able to share these particular profits with the ones who have come in to save. So basically, we use Sharia compliant instruments in the picking of the deposits, and also use Sharia compliant instruments when we are financing our customers.
If I remember very well, it is, you've talked about an Islamic banking from or within conventional banking.
Yes.
People would ask, why Islamic banking from conventional banking? That is why it's called Sahal Bank, and with KCB, KCB Sahal. Why would that be?
Remember, this country has both Muslims and non-Muslims. So the bank gives solutions to all customers, irrespective of their faith. Now, for those who are comfortable to do the other conventional banks, their interest is taken care of. That's from those who are the Christians and other brothers and sisters of the other faith. But for the Muslims, for us not to have them, because we're doing financial inclusion, to ensure that everybody who walks to the bank can be given a product or a service that conforms to their faith. So that's how we came up with this Sahal solution for Muslims. Initially, the Muslim customers who were banking at KCB, they were on the conventional side before this. And because of that call, we have a duty to be able to serve them and give them products that conform to Sharia. That's where Sahal came into place. So we talk about KCB is like a supermarket. When you walk into Carrefour, you will go walk into a line that sells bread, maybe beauty products, water, soda, and all that. But in the same Carrefour, you'll find the things that are not compliant to you, If you are a Muslim and you walk into those counters and pick that, then woe unto you, So we actually insist and actually tell our staff and people that if a Muslim walks into this bank, we are asking customers, or Muslim customers who walk into our banks, to insist that they want Sharia compliant products under Sahal. That's the solution that we're providing. So if you, as I mentioned, if you go to a supermarket in Carrefour and you walk into the alcohol center and pick that, then you cannot explain that before Allah. So that's why we say that ours is to provide financial inclusion to customers, to take care of all customers irrespective of their faith. So Sahal for Muslims and conventional for other brothers and sisters for their faiths.
Okay.
But again, we also have even a lot of other non-Muslims who embrace the Sahal concept, and we have quite a number of them also banking Sahal, and we don't restrict them as well, because Sahal is not for Muslims only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recently, KCB recently opened a new branch in
Yes.
BBS Mall in Islamic.
Yes.
Maybe what are the routes to, how will this branch probably benefit the customers? What are the routes of KCB Sahal to other parts?
Okay, good. So, as I mentioned earlier, we serve our customers in all the 207 branches.
Yeah.
But again, we saw the need of having an exclusive center. First of all, even within our branches, we have already Sahal centers within our existing conventional branches. Along Kimati, we have a Sahal center there. Even within the main Isli, we call it Isli main, we have a customer. But this one we said is strictly for Sahal clients. It's a center, and we intend to do more of this. Additional Sahal branches in Nairobi. We intend to do in other areas where we have high population, Muslim population. Talk about Garissa. We're converting our branch in Mandela to become a fully Sahal branch. Takaba, Moyale. Coast, we have quite a number. We're actually looking for additional Sahel branches in Coast. The important thing is that, you know, the way Muslims are, even the way we operate, when we give them exclusive centers for Sahel, there is that we recognize the support that they've given to the bank. And there is also an element of ensuring that everything in that branch, because in that specific branch, is fully Sharia compliant, so that you don't have the question of people who ask, okay, I went to this, then there was this other people, maybe the other customers were dressing like that and all that. So we want to give them that comfort that at this center, everything from end to end is Sharia compliant. And that's what we tend to do and grow the numbers.
We trust that KCB
Yes.
has been categorized as the top in East African.
Yes.
Okay. And you can see that non-Muslim also are using Islamic banking as an alternative.
Yes.
We know that customer obsession is the key point for KCB.
Yes.
Maybe how does Sahal banking prioritize customer needs and satisfaction within its Islamic banking service?
Well, thank you very much. Customer obsession, of course, it is our core business. It's our core mandate to make sure that our customers get what they want. And that's actually the bank brought in the issue of inclusivity. And therefore, we have products, an array of products, cutting right down from the micro to small and medium enterprises, top our way to corporate level. So we've not left out anybody, and you heard about, we talk about the CAB accounts, starting from the kids. Once somebody is a kid, you don't have the student account. He is a kid, the minor account. You become a student, you have the student account, and then now you grow, and then once you are doing either business or you are either employed or anything that you will do after school also, we have catered for your need. And also, KCB has also channels that we use. We have internet banking that is available to all our customers wherever they are, at the comfort of their homes.
They can
actually deposit, and they can also withdraw at the comfort of their bed. If they show it's a weekend, you want to pay rent and you're not able to go out, they're able even to shop online. So this product that we have, an array of products that cuts across the board, be it salaried, be it in business, be it at corporate level, be it at micro level, be it that you are at home, just seated in the house, or you would like to move to your nearest agent, who is just across the door to do maybe a deposit, or even to open an account at the agent. We are able to offer this particular service. So we are not in a position to deny our customers a service or a product whenever they are and whenever they need it.
And maybe I could just add, you see, this is a service industry. So we are selling convenience as the export. We are selling flexibility. So we need to be agile. So all our operations, all our services, all our transactions is customer-centered. Because everything that we do is for the sake of solutioning the customer. So I would say that our customer obsession strategy is all our operation is customer-centered. We think about giving a world-class service to our customers. Because we are in a competition. over 42 banks. If you do not give the solution to customers, then definitely they walk into the next bank and get the same service. So we are awake to the fact that customers are looking for good service, and that is a part of our DNA.
Exactly. Maybe how do you guys, definitely in something, in whatever people are doing, they are looking towards success, they are looking toward growth, and that is what you guys are doing. Maybe how do you measure the success? How do you measure your goals in terms of success, in terms of growth in Islamic finance?
I'll give an example of, if we have customers who start with us, talk about maybe the transport industry. Somebody started with us with a pickup.
Okay.
Today he has a fleet of 10 trucks.
Okay, mashallah.
Okay, that is success to us. We have actually, it's about empowerment. We measure how many people have we empowered, and I spoke about 20 billion that we have empowered to people doing businesses with them. So 20 billion is not a small amount of money. So that's how we measure our success. So, and of course, even us as a bank, we measure success. If we look at our investors, we have shareholders also who are expecting that because they've invested into this, then there's a return to them. So we have consistently supported our customers when we measure our success by how the awareness we create in the customers, the trainings we do to customers, financial literacy trainings is a measure of awareness to us. How many people are better today than what they were yesterday? We also work with the customer journey to see, if you are our client, what are your growth plans? Say, for example, Horizon wants to have another mini studio in Mombasa. So we help you, we work with you to acquire that space and expand. Okay, we want to get new how do you call it? Equipment and all that. So we support you. So we make you achieve your goal as Horizon, but again, we also in business. So that's our measure of growth for us.
Okay, Mr. Producer, I think you've had that one. Okay, due to time, or due to the limitation of time, as we wrap up, maybe what could be your advice to our viewers concerning Islamic banking and KCB Sahel at large?
I think just before Mr. Hamedi wraps it up well, because I know I will speak before him. But what I would like to tell our customers and our viewers is that, and especially the Muslim populace, and of course not leaving out the non-Muslims, but want to focus on to urge the Muslims to come out and support the institutions. I think that is very key, because I believe in Kenyan Muslim population we are quite a number, talk about maybe 10 to 30%, I'm not sure about the statistics, they keep on fluctuating, but I cannot believe that those ones that are actually banking the Islamic banking sector are even less than 1 million, are less than 1 million. So I think the market share is big, and the financial institutions are here for you to support them. Even if you are not coming to bank with us, but at least say a good word. Just say a good word. Kalimatun hasana is sadaka. Just say a good word that will be sadaka to you, but don't throw stones to Islamic financial institutions. And at KCB Sahel, I'd like you to visit your nearest KCB branch and be able to get the Sharia compliant.
So it's a win-win situation.
So that we win on our side and we also win from our side. And inshallah, in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tomorrow, we shall be able to account for what we did on earth, and hopefully that God will
maybe do well. For you, as we...
and it is surprising that even non-Muslim countries are adopting Islamic banking at a higher pace. Talk about the UK, for example. They utilize Islamic banking more than even some of the countries that are 100% Islamic. And it's because of, they know the value, because Islamic banking is about ethical banking. Okay? So now, I will really urge our Muslim brothers and sisters that we have a solution that has been provided to us, product that has been screened and approved by the scholars, following the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet, peace be upon him. So if there is any doubt, and we are human, probably we could be having some percentage of doubt in it. But look here, when you walk into a bank that you know it's fully based on riba, like they do go to competition and it's 100% riba. Like somebody who's walking into a butchery and is written there pork, and you go and take 5 kgs of pork and go home with it. Then there's one that is halal there. If it's eaten halal and it's been slaughtered by a Muslim, so then you will definitely walk into that. However, if the owner of the butchery went out there and got meat that was not slaughtered, then the responsibility, the blame is not on you, the buyer. The blame should be on the owner of the butchery. So we have done everything possible, following the best practices world over with the scholars to ensure that our products are Sharia compliant. So we want to welcome our brothers and sisters, as he said, to support Islamic banking, because the penetration adoption is below 3%, which is a worrying trend. And inshallah, we pray that Allah will touch their hearts to be able to consume these products.
Inshallah. I think that was a quite impressive conversation, and I believe that people, or rather our viewers, have really learned something from the Islamic banking. And I'm glad that we have you here. Thank you so much for coming here to educate our viewers on matters of Islamic finance. Until
next time.
Until next time.
Until when you call us again.
Because there is a lot to discuss on Islamic financing. And because we were having a Muslim Insight, this is a Muslim Insight, and there were quite some stories we were looking into, and we've tackled the bilateral relationships between Jamia Mosque Nairobi and the Saudi Arabia Embassy. We've also seen on the Zakat Kenya distributing 3.25 million shillings to 26 beneficiaries in order to support their entrepreneurial endeavors. Now into other matters, the NPS Muslim chaplaincy on Saturday organized capacity building aimed at promoting mental health wellness among Muslim police officers. The counseling sessions provided Muslim officers with valuable guidance on stress management, positive coping methods and personal development. These critical interventions were designed to equip officers with the tools necessary to manage the demands and challenges of their roles effectively. The one-day workshop was held at the General Service Unit GSU headquarters in Ruaraka, Nairobi, which brought together Muslim officers from the Kenya Police, Administration Police AP, General Service Unit GSU, Directorate of Criminal Investigations DCI, and the National Youth Service NYS. As these officers are entrusted with significant responsibilities, Dawah officer at Jamia Mosque Nairobi, Sheikh Ratib Abdul Noor, highlighted that maintaining mental health is not merely a personal concern, but a professional imperative.
Akili huwa manatu at-taklif. Akili ndicho chombo ambacho mwanadamu anaweza kubeba masulia, anaweza kubeba responsibility. Manake ukosefu wa akili mtu huyu haizi kuwa responsible person. He pointed out that neglecting mental wellness can lead to severe repercussions both for individual officers and the broader community they serve. Kupitia akili ya mwanadamu ndio pale ambapo kunaweza patikana manufaa kwa huyu kiumbe na viumbe wengineo, na kupitia akili kunaweza zuilika madhara yoyote. Lakini ukosefu wa akili hali inakuwa taswira tofauti, kwamba badala ya manufaa akuje italeta madhara. Highlighting the importance of law, Sheikh Ratib said that it plays a crucial role in maintaining order within society by establishing clear guidelines for acceptable behavior and resolving disputes. Sharia imekuja kuhifadhi dini au aqida au imani za hawa waja. Jambo la pili, sharia hifdhu an-nafs. Sharia inahifadhi nafsi, ile life, ina safeguard dini, ina safeguard life. Jambo la tatu, sharia ina safeguard nini? Al-aqlu, akili. Jambo la nne, sharia ina safeguard an-nasl. An-nasl. An-nasl ni ile lineage, yani ukoo fulani, ukoo fulani. Jambo la tano, sharia inahifadhi al-malu, inahifadhi mali.
The seminar reinforced the concept that effective policing requires not only legal knowledge and physical skills, but also a robust mental state to handle the pressures and ethical dilemmas inherent in the job.
Tumebeba power nyingi sana. Tumepewa na sheria. Okay? Immense powers. Kwa CPC, nasemekana kuna powers to stop, search and detain any person, vehicle, vessel or aircraft. Uko na power, umepewa silaha na serikali under sheria ya Kenya kutumia silaha. Unaweza amua kudeny mtu freedom of movement na umweke cell to an extent mpaka hawezi bodily function. Lakini mukumbuke that with the power comes what? Responsibility.
Tunawahusia Waislamu wakae vyema na jirani zao.
Mashallah. Now moving on to our next story on matters of education. Kenya and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have committed to strengthening academic ties in higher education and research. In a two-day forum for non-Saudi graduates of higher education institutions in Kenya, speakers at the event said the collaboration will facilitate the exchange of expertise and talents between Saudi Arabia and Kenya. On her side, the State Department for Higher Education and Research Principal Secretary Beatrice Inyangala emphasized that the partnership will help address the challenges in the education sector.
We have more than 500 Kenyans graduated from university in Saudi Arabia. This is it's a good chance to build or to strengthen the relation between Saudi Arabia and Kenya, and we are working in that. We are looking also to sign the memorandum in education, and it's ready. I think we can sign it during the official visit.
Our mission is to advance education diplomacy, Ministry of Education, and specifically the State Department for Higher Education and Research. So this is our focus. But of course we understand that from education we create human capital. And this human capital then produces the skilled manpower that we require to advance our economic development priorities.
I'm very honored to be part of this conference. In fact, their faces I've not seen for several years, and they're people that I didn't know that they had graduated from the former universities in Saudi Arabia. It's a blessed gathering, and it's as a young graduate and who's into da'wah right now, we need to have interaction with our elders who graduated earlier or even way before us 30 years ago.
A pivotal step towards modernizing religious education, a comprehensive seminar was held to train madrasa teachers on newly developed curriculum. The curriculum, which is designed to integrate both religious and contemporary subjects, are approved by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development (KICD), is set to be implemented across institutions, with the trained teachers to act as the key teachers in their respective counties. Muhammad Shakombo with more reports.
The workshop focused on improving the teachers' ability to deliver the Islamic curriculum effectively, ensuring that students receive a well-rounded education grounded in Islamic teachings.
We had invited two teachers from each madrasa, and there are two madrasas from each county. And the reason is to prepare them, equip them with the skills and the knowledge to be able to implement the madrasa curriculum, which is a national curriculum approved by the KICD. Is a new curriculum. It hasn't been implemented since it was approved by KICD. For a curriculum to be implemented, it needs to be piloted first.
Speaking to the Muslim Insight, Elizabeth Gitao, the Deputy Principal as well as the Dean of Curriculum of the Islamic College, said the curriculum will undergo assessment as it rolls out in madrasas to identify areas of improvement and ensure that it remains relevant and effective in meeting the educational goals.
Once they start teaching the curriculum, we shall go there to check how they are teaching it. We'll do some interviews with them, with the teachers of the madrasa, with the learners themselves, and some leaders, maybe in the education ministry, in the county, to get their views. And those views are going to help us to improve on this curriculum. Once we improve on it, we are going to undertake a national implementation. And then we can now say we have an approved national curriculum for madrasa, and it's going to be taught in all madrasa in Kenya.
With an aim of providing ongoing assistance and addressing new challenges, county-level training sessions will be organized to extend support and professional development for madrasa teachers throughout the region.
The teachers we have trained here, we hope that they are going to be our point people in the counties. They are actually our training of trainers. They are TOTs for us.
Madhumuni ni kwamba tukishakukubaliana nao, wakirudi kule, wende wakachukue hii kozi hii, waikaskade, wawafundishe walimu wengine kule chini, ili nao wawe katika mwiliko mmoja.
With time we shall go there at the county level and continue trainings at the county level to those other madrasa teachers who have not been involved, so that we prepare them for national implementation.
During the workshop, educators were taken through various aspects of the syllabus.
Katika madrasa huwa kufunzwa sana Quran, hadith, sera, vitu kama hivyo. Lakini hapa tumefunza baada hizo na Islamic studies, tumeingia katika professional upande wa taratibu za kufundishia zile ambazo zitatumiwa na walimu katika shule. Kwa mfano kama child development, child psychology, kutengeneza scheme of work, lesson plan, yani wawe wakisomesha kwa pamoja.
Muhammad Shakombo, Muslim Insight.
Thank you so much, Muhammad Shakombo, for that report. And from that report is where we end our session here at Horizon TV. The show was the Muslim Insight. Until next Friday, same time, same place. My name is Zamzam Ahmed. Have a blessed weekend.